Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Umpile and this is Bookamoso Book Club. Yay! If this is your first time coming and joining me, please make sure to subscribe, like and share and switch on the bell for weekly updates or whenever I actually do post so that you can get a notification. How you doing? How's your reading? How's your reading life going? I think I'm currently on book 24. No, I'm lying. Book 27 of 37 or book 24 of from 24 to 27. Hey. Okay, let's settle for 24. I've read about 24 books. I'm currently listening to When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kalanithi, a memoir, and that is for the Books, Chats and Chill podcast feature with living content. If you're not aware, I have been doing for the past 3 months or so, I've been doing a feature on living content podcast, which is also here on YouTube, and we read nonfiction. I never read nonfiction, guys. I will never tire of saying this, but I have no shame. But I've been enjoying it so far because it's memoirs, like we're currently reading a memoir. Last month we did the 4 Agreements, so the episode is coming up soon. I think it's in a week. It drops in a week. But I will link up living content here on YouTube and living content on all platforms where you listen to podcasts. It is a lifestyle podcast, so we collaborated with my sister Lerato to do books. And yeah, that's about it. A reading update besides the When Breath Becomes Air. I'm supposed to be getting into A Family Affair by Sue Nyati, which is a reread, and it will be a book discussion at the end of the month with Sue and my friend Vuvu. But yeah, updates will come up on IG, on our IG accounts. So we're rereading A Family Affair, and I'm also doing a buddy read. Yes, I'm doing a buddy read with a few gorgeous people. Dear Santhuran by Akweke Emezi, the best. I listened to the audiobook last month, and now I'm reading the paperback with a group of people for discussion month end May. Yeah, I think in 2 weeks' time. Yes. So far so good. I've read about 6 books now. No, I've read 5 books currently, and yeah, I'm having a good month actually, but it's audiobooks. I think 2 audiobooks and 2 audiobooks and two audiobooks and 2.5 paperbacks. So that's my reading update. I hope you guys have been going through a good reading month. I am not sure about my decision to actually be firm, because I couldn't be firm with myself. I made sure that I wanted to commit to just reading A Family Affair and Dear Senthuran, but what's going on? Anyway, sorry, excuse me. I hope I don't end up having a bogus in this. A booger. Is it a booger or a bogus? I don't want to poke. Anyway, let us get into today's read. I'm going back, or maybe I don't know if I should say I will be doing monthly reads. Maybe monthly is, yeah, that's safe. I will be doing like a read of a new book, right? I'm reading from a fave. It's a new book I recently received, but I won't be sharing the title of this book. I will be sharing that it's a new book. It just came out, okay? And then I don't know if we should actually do this. No, I'm not gonna do it because it's so much commitment having to do a live announcement on Sunday. No, guys, I'm sorry about this. I'm just gonna read a first few pages, or maybe about one or 2 pages of this, and then I think I'm just gonna do like a, you know how there's first chapters on here on YouTube. I'm gonna do first chapter. It's not even a first chapter, it's like a first story, like a first few, like a fila nyana. How I used to do, I would read the beginning of the book, and then I would share it on socials, and then on Sunday I would have a live discussion of, and then I would reveal the book. But I am going to reveal the book at the end of this. Okay, let's go. We were forced to live with Mama Lele to Nala in our house from 21 August 2020. It was after the court determined that although she was the new owner of the house, she could not just throw us out on the street. It would be dehumanizing. Eviction proceedings could not go ahead while the country was in a national state of disaster because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But as the owner, she also had the right to take possession of her property. We were all shocked by the strange ruling that Mama Leletu could move into her house even though we were still living there. And that is when all the trouble started. 2 years prior, our house had been sold to Mama Leletu against our will by the bank. My father had been retrenched from his job at Eskom and was unable to pay his bond. The bank then decided it would recoup its money by auctioning off our house. My parents had been living in the house for 18 years, since before I was even born. I've lived there my whole life. Now it was no longer our house, according to the bank. Mama Leletu had tried on several occasions to evict us. She had sent letters from her lawyers and exhausted many legal and illegal means to force us out. Knowing that a court order for our eviction would take time and money to obtain, and would entail many stipulations as to how the eviction was allowed to take place, she had opted to send some thugs at night to remove part of the roof while we were sleeping. The thugs only managed to remove a few slates. They were caught and beaten up badly by my father and members of the Protea Glen Extension 11 community. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at this. This is so unfortunate. I'm sorry. No one was arrested. I love how the community always pulls through. Like, kokasine, at the location, things just happen, you know? And people will be there. You know, they will be there. Yeah. No one was arrested. My father had some connections at the Protea police station. From that day, he had threatened to kill anyone who tried to occupy what he still called his house. After that incident, we lived peacefully for about 7 months before Mama Leletu hired a bulldozer driver to break down our wall. My father went to court protesting this illegal action, and he actually won that case. The court said our squatters' rights to property, family life, dignity, and equality had been violated by Mama Leletu's act of vigilantism. She was ordered by the court to rebuild our wall, which she obeyed grudgingly. After that, Mama Leletu changed tack. She said that if we wanted to stay in the house, we could do so, but we had to start paying rent. My father refused. One morning, at the beginning of 2020, Mama Leletu came to the house with an entourage of 2 bodybuilders. My father didn't even allow them beyond the gate. Instead, he stood on the veranda and pointed a gun at them. I knew it was a toy gun, but Mama Leletu and her goons didn't know that. It looked very real. "Enter that gate at your own risk," my father said, while wielding the gun, finger on the trigger. "I swear you will be transported away from here in a hearse. Come, just enter that gate if you have a death wish." You must move out. We are giving you until the end of the month, which is a week from now, to vacate. What are you going to do if I don't move out? You must pay rent. Over my dead body. It's my house. Why must I pay rent? He said. It's no longer your house. I bought it. I didn't sell it to you. I have been living here for the past 18 years. I'm left with only 19 months to pay off this house. Tell your bank to refund you your damn money. Our dog, Milo, watched my father as he shouted. She moved as little of her body as necessary to acknowledge she was awake and guarding our house. It's over. Nothing is for free, Baba. You must vacate this house. The bank sold it to me because you were unable to pay your bond, remember? Why don't you go and tell the bank to go fuck itself? Here are my papers. Why would the bank sell me the house if it's still yours? That is between you and your damn bank. It is none of my business. I watched my father as he stood still, his left hand tensely digging in his right armpit and the other still holding the toy gun. He moved about the veranda with the walk of a victorious wrestler, sweat running along his temples. A few people were starting to gather along our street. Mama Leletu and her bodybuilders sensed some trouble coming and decided to walk a few steps towards their car. Time will tell. You have to move out by the end of the month. Time is a lie. Maybe a necessary one. Ek pola hiso. I'm going nowhere. Yele plus yappies cannot threaten me. Oh, I love this man. Plus yappies, guys. His eyes were shining with a fire of greatness and unconquerable courage. The sight of Mama Leletu and her bodybuilders was unbearable to him. He was trembling, but I knew it was not from fear. He was trying hard to control himself so as to not do something that he would regret later. Very well, Mama Leletu said, seeing that my father was not going to budge. You are giving me no other choice. You're going to hear from my lawyer. I'm going to ask the court for an eviction order. No matter how long it takes or how much it costs, I will have you thrown out. She dropped her hands to her sides and turned away as though turning away from intolerable ugliness. That afternoon, my father sent me to the nearby hardware store to buy 5 liters of red paint. He used it to write the following words on our wall. This house is not for sale. Buyers and trespassers will be shot in the head. From that day onwards, our house was known as Not For Sale House. It became a landmark for everyone asking for directions around Protea Glen Extension 11. Since my father was out of work and afraid of Mama Leletu's threats, he would sit outside on the veranda every day with his toy gun and a knife. He didn't want her to come back with her bodybuilders to change our locks. The very notion that such a thing might happen seemed to make him shudder with anger. Every time I came back from school, I would find him half sitting, half lying in his rocking chair with his hand in his pocket, a beer bottle, and the toy gun on the floor as he gazed out at the gate. When he saw a car coming, he would straighten his neck and reach to pick up his toy gun without taking his eyes off the car. As the car passed, he would put the gun down, take off his spectacles, spit on the lenses, and wipe the imaginary dust off the sleeve of his shirt. Before saying his mantra, "It's my house. It's not for sale. I will shoot you dead." I'm going to have fun reading this story. So this is Niq Mhlongo. He is back, and this is his short stories. For you, I'd steal a goat. Okay? For you, I'll do anything. I'll steal a goat. I cannot wait. This is gonna be amazing. I'm already laughing. In for you, I'd steal a goat. Award-winning writer Niq Mhlongo presents masterfully told stories rooted in South African life, with his characteristic keen observations and insights into human nature. He explores the things people do for each other, but also to each other. Injustice, corruption, betrayal, jealousy, love, desire, and loyalty are just some of the aspects of human interaction that feature in these stories. Memorable characters and intriguing plots abound. A family refuses to leave when the bank repossesses their house. Stalking has an unexpected outcome. A desensitized morgue manager gets spooked. Ooh, so there's a ghost story in here. In-laws are taken to court. South Africans trapped in Germany want to appease the ancestors with a goat, and more. For You, I Steal a Goat is a collection filled with piercing poignancy, humor, and twist endings that you won't forget. Thank you to the Kwela team for my copy of For You, I'd Steal a Goat by Niq Mhlongo. Please let me know what you thought of the reading. That was the first story. It is titled Unwelcome Guests. And there is 10 stories in this collection. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yes, there's 10 short stories. And this is available at all leading bookstores. I'm not sure if it is available internationally yet and if it's on ebook, but yeah, please Google it. And if it's not in your store, please order it and support your local independent bookstores by ordering this book from them. Yeah, and that was it. I hope you enjoyed my reading and me being back to reading first chapters or first... Oh my word, my lipstick is on the spine. Anyway, I think I'm going to keep this for long. I'm not going to gift it. I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm not going to give it away or whatever. But yeah, thank you so much to the Kwela team for my copy. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe. And stay for a little longer, you know. Let's be a family. And let's read together. And let's just build this community. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.